Alright, Viz, we need to have a talk. Why is it that some of your best titles are missing chapters, but then you keep posting weekly chapters like we could just ignore the missing chapters? How am I gonna get into a story that has the first 3 chapters on it, then it's missing 4 through 10, and then continue at 11? I'm missing more than I got to start off with. That could be a very crucial 7 chapters, but regardless, I'm not gonna continue a story and ignore those 7 chapters. And this is becoming more and more of a common issue with newer titles that Viz picks up. I'll give you a few examples. First example I was just talking about is Tokyo Fears Rhapsody. Tokyo Fears Rhapsody is a title that I started reading a while ago, saw the missing chapters, thought it would have been filled quick, hasn't, and then when I was reading online on Reddit, most people were saying we'll just have to wait until the volumes come out. Bro, the volume 1 manga comes out July. And mind you, I started reading this in the end of last year already when I first signed up to Viz. I'm supposed to just wait 7 months to read chapters 4 through 10, and who's to say that all 4 through 10 are going to be in the first volume? It might stop at like 8 or 9, and then I have to wait for longer? That's crazy. But like, they're steady dropping weekly after the fact. Why are we still dropping weekly chapters? There's nowhere for us to go read it. On the scale of the missing chapter problem, that's small. The other title that I started reading that was one of the main reasons why I signed up to Viz is Full Night. So Full Night is a really interesting manga. Thankfully, they already have the first 3 paperback volumes out, because on the Viz app, they have up to chapter 35, and then they're missing 36 to 63. Brother, that's a pretty big chunk. Since it took me this long to drop this video, because I recorded it months ago, July 3rd, they finally updated volume 5 chapters. So by that math, it'll be December before we can clear that whole gap of missing chapters, which is still crazy. But they continue to release chapters weekly after. Like, I don't understand the point of that. How do you keep reading weekly chapters after that when you missed over 20 something chapters? You have no idea what happened. I happen to be looking at like their quarterly release for Q1 2025 or Q2 2025 for physical copies and new releases on the app. I haven't started reading it, but one of the titles that people were talking about the most was Sumiki Ogami's Not So Ordinary Life, right? When I go look on the Viz app, bro, after chapter 3, 4 through 47 are missing. What's the point of putting that on the app? Like, let's be real. If 4 through 47 are missing and you're not gonna release them until you drop the physical volume, there was no point in putting that shit up on the app. Who the fuck's gonna read 1 through 3 and then be like, I'll just start at 48, it's cool? It's not doing nobody no good, bro. It's just becoming increasingly more common, especially when they pick up newer titles. Not when they start a brand new title. Like when they started Kaisen Wizards or Komudo, no, all the chapters are there because they started that shit. But whenever they pick up a title that has already started, it's over with. Another issue that I see when it's not missing the chapters, all the fire stories on Viz are web only. So it's like, why the f are you promoting and trying to sell this app when half of the good titles that you have aren't even on the app? They're web only. Again, completely defeats the purpose of having the app. If I'm gonna have to go on the website to search through the website to find it, I don't know why they can't just put a, a M rating thing warning on it like they do on Manga Plus. If you were to go read Ashura's verdict right now, it's gonna say rated M, mature going on in this. Why can't they just do that and put Black Lagoon, Poon Poon, Demon's Destruction, Alice in Borderland, Mujina Into the D, Doro Hetero? Like, it's a good little list. It's crazy to see the difference when you look at the Shonen Jump app and the Viz app. The exact same layout on both apps, except one's black and red and one's black and yellow. I don't think I've come across one story on Shonen Jump yet that's missing chapters. They did it for one chapter, I do recall, and I know I could pull it up right now. In concept, this is crazy as hell, right? Chainsaw Man, chapter 59, only chapter 59 is web only.
And that's because this is when Quan Chi wanted to have her little devil fiend orgy.
But when Asa is giving Denji the little that shit ain't even a web only. I read that shit on the app. I'm like, you got Poon Poon being rated M because of some shit that happens. But like, bro, they damn near do the same exact shit in Chainsaw Man. Because it's like, y'all push Chainsaw Man so much that you gonna still have that shit show. Poon Poon is not all straight rated M all the way through, but it's a mature web only. Like, come on, bro. It's a little different because like Shonen Jump has so many titles already that would make you pick up the Shonen Jump app. You probably want to read Chainsaw Man or One Piece or Dandadan. Okay, there's plethora of Shonen Jump stories, right? But Viz specifically, they don't have the same catalog or all of the same titles that they release in physical form, so it's a lot more limited on the Viz app. And it's crazy because, like I said, Shonen Jump, same app. Shonen Jump stays consistent. They definitely have a few mature only titles, don't get me wrong, but Shonen Jump to me supposed to be geared towards shonen. Viz specifically, their main goal is not appealing to shonen. They're more of adult stories really than Shonen Jump. Viz is tripping because all you be promoting is motherfucking Junji Ito. That's the only thing that has all the chapters. If you're not coming for Junji Ito, I'm not gonna lie, you might be disappointed. I was coming for basically all of the mature titles, and I can't read them on the app. At the point that I have to read it on the website,
I did it with Fire Punch and read the whole thing on desktop, but it just wasn't as convenient. The whole point of the app is the convenience, so
to have to go through all the app shit, I'll just buy the physical volume. And I feel like that's what they're doing, trying to make us buy more physical volumes. But why, bro? If I like a title that I've checked out or read and it's a Viz sig, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna just eventually try to collect the volumes because I know that they're high quality, nice volumes. I'll be buying the volume. You got plenty of money from us. Ain't no reason why you gotta make the app and then still tease us with shit in the app, bro. Like, the missing chapters just fries me, especially if you're missing a bunch of chapters in the beginning. I kind of understand for Fool's Night in the sense that, like, all right, it starts at 36, even though 36 to 63 is a gigantic fucking gap. At least it gets to 36. But the other two, and there's more, like when I say these aren't the only stories, these were two of the main stories I was already reading and interested in. But like Ogami's Not So Ordinary Life 4 to 47, with a serious look on your face, y'all uploaded. Nah, bro, like just take it down until you got some chapters because nobody can read that story like that. They really need to take some notes from Manga Plus, because Manga Plus be lit with the stories and everything. They might not have the better app interface set up. That's where Shonen Jump and Viz are winning. Like Shonen Jump for sure has the better overall interface on their app. Easier, smoother, everything like that. Saves your pages, so when you go back in, those little things are cool. But the whole like rated M, you can't read it on the app is just like, bro, what the f did you make the app for? I guess it's because it's different publishers technically. But like Shueisha doesn't give a f. They're throwing up shit on Manga Plus that's like Ryoto killed his brother. Asura's Verdict. These are some dark stories that are starting off. They just throw them up with a mature rating. Like that's all Viz needs to do. Like I said, bro, that's just my little rant on Viz real quick. So check back for some more manga anime content, newer mangas coming out. Check back for any of that. That's all I'm gonna have for today, guys. On that one, we out.